How many people that was your first labyrinth walk? Oh, how very cool. I want you to know that that is open 24/7. And so if you ever find that you just want some clarity or you want to shift, make use of the labyrinth. It's there for you. Carol and Roy were out earlier this week getting to the weeds and making it look pretty for us. So thank you, Carol and Roy, for doing that. Much appreciated. So I have a Bible verse I want to share with you, and then we'll bring this all home for you. I do want to get some of your comments. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn that shines brighter and brighter until full day. You know what I love about this verse? Is you don't have to see your path clearly to start your path. It gets brighter and brighter as you go along. And when you're doing the right thing and you're doing what you came here to do and you feel as if you are on your path and you feel like, oh yeah, this is the way I want to go, it feels really good and you get more information. How many were able to release some things on your way in, let go of some things? Did you feel like that was helpful for you? Wonderful. And on your way back, were you able to start taking on that new perspective, a new awareness? It's a powerful way to shift. As we're pondering this, now it's all this wonderful, magical, wonderful moment. But what do you do from here? How do you take this and lock it in? So as I was pondering this, some spirit animals came to me. And they came to me to assist you on your journey, to help you in this transformation, this change. And the first animal to show up was wolf. And wolf plays the protector, the guardian for you. It's important to protect your dreams. Just a few verses below the one I just read in Proverbs 4:23, watch over your heart with all diligence, for from it flow the springs of life. Watch over your dream. Watch over this new hope. Because if you don't protect it, it could get dashed by just the hustle and bustle of the regular world. So allow yourself to call upon the energy of wolf and protect your path, protect your dream, protect your journey. The next animal that came up was otter. Not that you ought to do it this way, but otter is about surrender. Otters are very playful, they're very joyful, they don't worry about things. So this is about surrender. Surrender isn't giving up. Surrender is letting go of control. Oh darn, that hurts, doesn't it? I want to be able to work it. You know, if I do this, this, and this, then this will be my result, right? Yes, we've got to do the next right thing, and it's important to do the process. At the same time, Divine Source knows far better for us what is right for us and can bring to us what we really need. So do our part, do the next right thing, and surrender to the process. And know that new things are going to come up that you haven't even considered that will bless you. Does that make sense? The next spirit animal that came up was frog. Frog is about purification and healing. So this is an ongoing process. We get cluttered up with daily living and daily challenges. And the frog energy here is to help us have this leap of faith to jump out of that and into a new state of mind at will. We just ask ourselves to make that shift. Then the dove appeared. Dove is about purity, love, and serenity. Find peace. If you don't feel peaceful, something's amiss. If you don't feel peaceful, something is amiss. That's not saying you're wrong. That's not saying you're not doing it right. That's just showing you that there's some struggle here that you get to take a look at. And sometimes we struggle with the past, do we not? That's why this labyrinth is such a beautiful process, to let us let go of that and help us be more in the here and now. Then the last spirit animal to show up was Badger. And his energy is do the deal, perseverance. You know, they stand their ground. So persevere. You're on a path, you're on a journey. Next right step, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing the right thing. Sometimes we just forget that we're doing the right thing. We get all cluttered up with expectations and other people's expectations. But you're doing what you came here to do. So keep doing that. I would strongly encourage you to walk this labyrinth when there's not a bunch of people around. Because it's a whole different experience with people than it is by yourself, when you can have the time and space to do your own thing. Does anyone have any comments about their journey through the labyrinth? I know you do. Can I have the microphone, Mary? Phil, run it up. Right up here up front.
My journey taught me that sometimes you have to let people in your life and then they leave, and that God put them there for a reason.
Beautiful, beautiful. So when you're walking the labyrinth, when you're walking your daily life, sometimes we feel like we have to know what the outcome is going to be. We have to know where we're going. Some of you, when you stepped into the labyrinth, you had no idea. You had no idea where you were going or what it was supposed to look like. And that's courage. That took courage to do that. Here's what I think. I think it takes great courage to be a human being. I think it takes great courage to allow ourselves to be incarnate in physical life. And I have this sense that those on the other side, those in the ethereal realms, honor us for that. Because we have taken on this physical form with all of its challenges to better our soul and to be a blessing to others. And to find our way, find what brings us joy, what brings us happiness. That takes great courage. Sometimes we feel like we're beaten up by life. I think you're kicking it. You know, you suited up and you showed up and you're doing the thing. And sometimes it's hard. I think the hardest part is because we want change, but we want that to change. And it's hard to change here. I want things to change, but I want to just do it my way. I want to do it like it's always been, because it's safe this way. I don't like it, but it's safe. So when we can shift out of that and perceive a new direction or a new way of being, that's very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Did anyone, when you got into the center, how many people asked for guidance? Did you all ask for guidance? That was your instructions? Some people did, some people didn't. What were you able to receive guidance at that point? Yeah? Microphone, Mr. Phil, up here.
It felt more like an energy than guidance.
Okay, so what did that feel like?
It felt great. It's a beautiful energy. I've been trying to observe my thoughts more, and I know that negative thoughts come in all the time, and they're not mine, and I'm trying to overcome that.
Wonderful. So the energy that you were gifted, did you feel it in a specific part of your body?
My crown chakra.
Okay.
It just felt like the energy was coming in. It just felt really strong.
Wonderful. So now when you see yourself experiencing those negative thoughts, whether they're yours or somebody else's, you can access that energy. How beautiful is that?
It's very beautiful.
Do you feel stronger now?
Yes.
Do those negative thoughts seem further away from you?
Yes.
Yeah. That protection is already there. It's already working. That's very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Anybody else receive guidance in the inside of the labyrinth? Okay, thanks for sharing that. Again, if you did not receive anything, know that you can do that again. So we have like plenty of time. That took a lot less time than I was expecting. Shall we do a guided meditation as well? Yes. What? I think you like guided meditations. All right, so let's do that. So let's take a deep breath in and exhale. It is Healing Sunday. We can do whatever we want. Well, we normally do whatever we want. Is this too much light? No. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, deep breath in and exhale and balance within your physical form. Another deep breath in and exhale. Feel your energy center. Another deep breath in and exhale. And really find your attention in your heart space. As you're in your heart space, because you've walked this labyrinth now, your energy is accelerated and more powerful, and you're more linked in than you have been before. With that awareness, bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. And there's an energy portal there that allows you to connect with earth energy. It also allows you to discharge any energy that is unwanted, whether it's pain or sorrow or loss, confusion. Just let that drain out the bottoms of your feet. It's just energy. You may be able to identify it by a title or a word. You may be able to name it, but it's just energy. And the earth can absorb this energy and transmute it and then release it back to be used again. So it's okay to let it go. As you continue to let any unwanted energy release, bring your attention to the top of your head. There's an energy portal there. As you connect with that energy portal, this is that willingness to connect with the divine. And as you become more in tune with your willingness, more aware of your connectedness, even more energy can come to you from divine source. That energy may come in the form of color or just an energy flow. So whatever you're experiencing is what is just right for you now. Let that flow into your mind and start to begin to renew and transform your mind. Old habituated worries can disconnect now, and new patterns of love and joy can activate. Letting more and more of this love and light fill your ears, your throat, your mouth. This allows you the ability to speak your truth. It also allows you the ability to hear someone else's truth without having to fix it and change it, even if it isn't the same as your truth. This is your peace circuit. Allow peace to reside here. Bringing more and more love and light into your heart space. This is the seat or the anchor point for your intent, the choices you make in your life. Allow them to expand and fill with this energy of divine connectedness so that you are walking your sacred path in whatever you choose to do. Letting more and more love and light flow down into your arms, into your hands, into your torso, touching every system, every organ, every tissue, every fiber, down into the cells, down into your DNA. Bringing this loving, powerful light of renewal to you. Letting more and more love and light flow through your legs, down into your feet, pushing every last little bit of any discomfort out of your body, allowing you to connect and be grounded, grounded in love and the delight of life. And now gently close the bottoms of your feet And let's go for a little walk in our mind's eye. In your mind's eye, create for yourself another labyrinth. This one at the center, there are spirit animals waiting for you. As you effortlessly move through your labyrinth, and you get closer to the center, and you step into the center, there's a spirit animal waiting for you here that has guidance for you and information for you. Maybe just the presence of this animal is guidance enough. Perhaps they have information for you that they telepathically can give you. Perhaps they have a gift to give you in the form of a symbolic object. Whatever you experience is what is right for you, receiving that gift with joy and gratitude. And as you receive that, and you turn and begin to take the walk out of the labyrinth, allow yourself to be filled with additional strength, additional energy, and know that your path is sacred. Your path is blessed. Perhaps you haven't seen the blessings because there's been clutter. From this moment on, you'll be able to see even more blessings than ever before. So allow yourself to find your way back through that labyrinth, back to the starting point. And as you get to the entrance exit point, you have something you would like to leave here as a token of your gratitude, a token of your awareness, of your willingness to walk your sacred path. So whether it's an energy or a thought or a feeling or some symbolic object, leave that here as a marker, a token of your willingness to walk your sacred path. And leave it with gratitude, leave it with joy, and leave it with hope. And allow yourself to find your way back into this time and space, back into this room, back into your physical form, feeling rejuvenated. You might want to take a deep breath in, exhale, stretch a little bit, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Welcome back. Mr. Phil, if you join me up front, please. I'm going to leave you with that for a moment, and we'll get back to that. Communion is a physical manifestation of our spiritual connection. If you're a follower of the way, you may have a recognition of that spiritual journey as you partake of this. Know that this is steeped in thousands of years of protection, of joy, and receive that. Allow your soul to be nourished with this. Whether you like the unleavened bread, the tradition of that, animal crackers, or gluten-free is in this cup. Whatever works for you works for us. Would you join us in prayer, please? Loving Spirit of light, sometimes we're afraid to walk our sacred path. Our path is filled with challenges and sorrows because we're human. Help us to walk through those challenges, walk through those sorrows, walk through that pain and into joy, and walk with us in all things. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. As that continues around, would you join us in prayer again, please? Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, challenges and pain and suffering, knowing that each thing brings us new awarenesses, new insights, new treasures for our soul. Help us to treasure every moment. Walk with us. Guide us. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. Blessings. Do you still get the microphone?
Yeah, it's in the back.
Good morning, and I would like to say thank you to all of you for being my family away from family, and I want you all to know how blessed I am to be a part of this. This church means the world to me. I don't know what I'd do without it, and all of you make that church.
Amen.
So give what you can. And if not, give a blessing, and thank you.
Well said. Thank you, Jude. As the baskets are going around, anyone would like to share what they received from their spirit animal? I'll get back to you.
All along the path, it was cluttered with spirit animals
Oh, cool.
all the way along. And I had no idea what I was going to see when I got into the center, but what there was an elephant and a horse.
An elephant and a horse.
And a horse. And I enjoyed the smell of the horse and the texture of the elephant. And they followed me all the way to the end of the path. But I turned around at the very end and I gave sugar to the horse and peanuts to the elephant.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So the elephant has to do with ancient wisdom. You know, they say elephants don't forget.
Right.
You know, they go back and visit their ancestors' bones.
I could use that.
So this is the energy of remembrance, of knowing who you are and where you came from and what you came here to do. And the horse is the energy of moving forward.
Okay.
And you gave the horse sugar.
Sugar, yeah.
So you get to move forward with the sweetness of life.
Oh, wow.
And you gave the elephant peanuts. You get to, peanuts are protein, it's power. So you get to move forward, remembering the past, but moving forward with power. How does
Need
that
that.
feel?
I need that, yeah.
Don't we all? That's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. Anybody else? Go ahead.
In the middle, I came upon a large buck.
A buck. Buck
And-
stops here.
And he reached his head forward and kind of huffed, and I could smell his breath, and it was incredibly sweet. And when I left a ball of the light that I took in, which is kind of a pinky orange.
So this buck is asking you, bucks are all about power and strength. You might try some breathing exercises, that there's power in the breath. So there's some breath work that, I don't like to use the work with it, but breath experiences, deep breathing exercises that could really benefit your soul at this point in time. With that said, it could be as simple as just breathing in life. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. And then you left a glowing ball of pink
It's
and...
kind of like a pink-orange light. It's what I took in the beginning.
Awesome. So this is allowing that life to breathe through you. and being able to share what you have, share what you know. Pink and orange together is this beautiful color that allows you to have love for your tribe, love for your family, whatever that is, without overgiving, but with creating really good, strong connections. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. Have some behind you and some over here. We'll just take a journey.
I'll grab it really quick on the
Okay,
way.
and then over here and then back over there.
I was designing my labyrinth that I'm going to make at home while I was
Oh, cool.
meditating. And I just got a little Buddha statue, so he's going to go in the center. But what I gave back was a walnut.
walnut?
Yes, because I have squirrels in my backyard, and they plant walnuts, and I have the most beautiful walnut trees. So I gave that back.
Okay, so this is letting you know that the seeds that you're planting now, the seeds of awareness or the seeds of activity that you're planting now are going to have big results.
Perfect, thank you.
Good thing. Yeah, neat, neat, neat.
Okay, when I went in, there was a squirrel, and
Speaking of squirrels,
yeah, and it handed me an acorn, and then when I went to leave the path, it turned into a rainbow, and kind of like a vortex, and then I turned around and left a rose quartz.
so you left a
Rose
quartz, okay. So squirrels are all this fun energy of, well, Phil is our resident squirrel. It's about, they store up for the winter, but they're always active. They're busy, they're doing, and they're having fun doing it. They move effortlessly. So this is ease of allowing the world to happen. And you can do lots of different things. You don't have to be stuck doing one thing. And they gave you the acorn? Okay, so again, this is little things can have big results. So don't be afraid to do the little things. The little things are benefiting you more than you know. And sometimes we negate those little things. Well, all I did was, yeah, but it's huge. So keep doing the little things. They are creating greatness for you. And you left the rose quartz. This is follow your heart. Your heart knows the truth. It's all about love. If it's not something you love, find a way to love what you're doing. Either do what you love or love what you're doing. But it's about love for you. Does that make sense to you? Anything else on that? Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just didn't seem like the energy was done. Do you have another question?
No.
Okay.
That was good, thank you.
Go ahead. Maybe it's you because you're friends and you're connected.
Yeah,
You're sitting
maybe.
right. Okay.
I saw a falcon out in Benton City the other day, and I heard this thing, and it was just beautiful. So that came back to me, this falcon and what it sounded
wonderful.
like. And then I left this river rock that I saw the other day with all these colors in it, and that's what I left. So
Okay, so the hawk has the ability to see afar off. So this is giving you sight and insight. Do you have a new goal that you're planning? Mm-hmm. Do you have a new project? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is going to help you see where that's going to take you, or how to manifest that, or how to set your goals for that.
wonderful.
And the river rock is about, they're worn smooth by the water. So the water tends to represent emotions. So you may tend to be a little run down or worn down. Do you feel worn out sometimes? Okay, so this is asking you to keep your eye on the goal and know that when you're worn down, to just be still and allow whatever it is to flow over you. And it's really blessing you. It's taking off the sharp edges. It's really making you smoother and softer and blessing you in the long run. So allowing that to flow and just being where you are. Does that make sense?
Wonderful. Yes, it does.
Awesome.
A lot of sense.
Okay, awesome. And then over this side. What?
You asked if she was complete. What about her rainbow?
She had a rainbow? Oh, squirrel turned into a rainbow? Oh, rainbow. Oh, the path turned into, oh, okay, that's what it was. I didn't hear that part. Okay, so your path being everything you need. The rainbow is all the colors. So everything you need is on your path. And it's beautiful. Does that make sense to you? Okay, now we're done. Thank you for that. I knew there was something else I was missing. Yes.
My spirit animal was a jackrabbit with tall ears, and he was sitting upright and like looking at me as I came in. And he handed me a green leaf that kind of had serrated edges on it. I want to say it was like a birch leaf or something, but just this green leaf.
Okay.
And as I left like a brass key. It reminded me of like a house key.
Okay.
It was a brass key.
So, a big jackrabbit.
Yeah.
Not a little bunny, but a big jackrabbit.
Big one.
All right, so you've got big
ears.
things that you're doing.
Oh.
The big ears are reminding you to listen to spirit. Spirit's communicating. This is going to amplify your spirit communication, your spirit listening, hearing, speaking kind of thing. That's circular loop. Ask and then you receive. So pay attention to that. They also take these, they run, and then take a giant leap. So this gives you the opportunity to jump ahead.
Okay.
So you jump into something new, feel free. You've got the energy to do that. The leaf with the serrated edges, this is about, you get to do it your way, that you're growing in your own way, and it doesn't have to look like everybody else's. It can be your way. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of.
But now is a time for you to do some growing.
Okay.
So figure out what you want, and you can do it your way. That makes sense?
Yep.
And that connection is brighter. The key, you have again, you have tools that you need. The door's opening.
Ah, okay.
So if you feel yourself blocked or can't, you got the key. Let yourself through.
Kind of what I thought. Okay. Thank you.
Make sense? You got it. Go for it.
Okay. So my spirit animal that I learned in Dream Quest is a white wolf named Samson. I call him Sam. And he was walking with me. And we got to the middle, and my gift was like a 3D image of a rounded diamond shape. And it was glowing clear, and I felt like it was right above my crown chakra. And then when I left sparkly dust.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
That's what.
Sparkle that pathway. Okay, so this may be symbolic of the energy that you're receiving. Is this? He's given you now a symbolic representation of that, so you can carry that with you. Be aware of that. Access that. So it's a physical manifestation of that. Sometimes we have energetic crystalline structures in our physical form, in our energetic form. So you have a new one installed.
Awesome.
So how cool is that? So that's going to amplify that energy of keeping your thoughts powerful. What color was it?
It was like a bright, clear, whitish.
Okay, so it's going to bring you more clarity. More clarity. And then you gave back
Sparkly
sparklies.
dust.
Yeah, you kind of sparkle on your way. Okay, you kind of lighten things up. Yes. So you get to keep doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
Being that blessing that you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I saw a bison, and in the bison's mouth was what first came to mind was thunderbolt, and then I saw more clearly that it was an arrowhead.
Okay.
And then in my gift to the bison was a
rose.
pink rose.
Okay. Okay, so the bison are very powerful. What I really like about the bison is that when there's a storm, they face it. So they have all this fur and stuff around their face, and they face into a storm. So you have the ability to face any challenges that are coming your way. And in its mouth was an arrowhead, so this is asking you to take aim. So have a new goal. Time to set a new goal or a new direction for yourself. Because the arrow and the arrowhead is about launching a new idea, going forward with that. Leaving the roses is about love. With love.
And before I came here this morning, I had, in my brief meditation, I had buffalo came to me then too, buffalo bison. So it's very, very strong. Yes,
So
thank you.
it's time to face your challenges, face them head on. One more right here.
So in the center of mine, there was an owl, and I guess I was taking make that mine. And he's white, and then there was a small white fox.
Okay.
And then what they gave me was, it was a pocket watch, a small pocket watch on a chain, but on the inside of the
Cover?
the little cover, it was mother of pearl.
Ooh.
And then they also gave me an opal. And then what I gave back was a white feather with a gray tip on the end of it.
Cool. A lot of white animals here. The white owl, that's their communication. The white fox. Foxes are really fun. They kind of have the energy of know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to run. So this gives you, they either go to ground or they go, they archery. So you'll know what you need to do to be safe in each moment. So this will give you the ability to shift gears quickly. And they gave you a pocket watch with mother of pearl on the inside of it. Okay, so the pocket watch is our perception of time. You have time to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Usually that represents patience for me.
Patience, they hate that. Can you change that and make it something different? So rather than patience, I would encourage you to recognize that there's plenty of time, that you have the master of time. Sometimes when we get lost in time, it's because we're doing what we love. And then, oh my gosh, now I gotta rush off and get this other stuff done because I've taken time to do it. So don't begrudge the time that you take doing things that you love. Just know that the physical things of life require time as well. But you have it. You have it to do. And then you gave back.
It was a white feather with a gray tip.
White feather with a gray tip. So the white feather, again, is the spiritual connection. Let me ask about the gray tip. Oh, I'm getting on this is the ability to be able to see things aren't always black and white. There are shades of gray. There are your side, my side, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. This gives you compassion, gives you the ability to be able to speak with a compassionate soul.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so before we wrap up, real quickly, I just want to touch base with you about our calendar this week. We have a motion code on Monday night. If you don't know what that is, that's really cool. Helps you clear. Essential oils on Tuesday, and then a widget class that I teach. If you want more information about that, you can either check on the website has a listing of all of our classes and what they are. And then ARE, also the people who put on yesterday's workshop, they meet on Thursday as well. So that's it for this week. Yes, ma'am? Oh, and then after church this afternoon is CBD. If you have any questions about that, that's at noon. Yes?
You just pick them up unless you already sent something else.
Oh,
Eggs and back.
we have eggs and back. So help yourself to those. I think there's a happy envelope.